time I had a Rolex, I went back after 5 years, right? Said, here's my watch, give me the money I bought it for, because the value used to rise, and then you pretty much, paid no extra, and I bought the next model. Last Rolex I had, I went back, said, give me my X dollars, that I paid 5 years. He says, no, now it's X minus 50%. I said, are you nuts? Give me my money. He says, no, cannot. I went to the next shop. I went to 5 shops. What happens is, in the meantime, Rolex had to grow, right? So what did they do? They eroded their own brand by putting out more models. Result is that right now your Rolex is not worth what it used to be worth. And everybody knew that Rolex is worth their weight in gold. No, it isn't anymore. So today you can buy a Rolex, a knockoff, and I want to ask you the question, how many of you know people of means, wealthy, important people, who actually have a Patek Philippe and a Rolex, and you say, nice Rolex, and they go, wink, wink, it's not real. Is it happening? It is happening. So what is missing here is that we have a brand, we want to have the of the brand, but we're not willing to pay for it. Is that honest? Well, it's not really honest, but what it means to me is that the brand itself is not worth fighting for. I just want to have the branding impact, but I don't want to pay the money because it's not worth it. Isn't that interesting so far? I have lost a believer. That's what I've done. So these are the challenges we have. And if nothing else works, here's a great trick. Give him more of the same. Isn't that good? That's what we all do. We all say, give him an on-pack, baby, double it up. 50% for free. They must buy. And that's what we feel about that. Oh, geez, not that shit again. I used to work for Unilever many, many moons ago as a brand manager. 20 years ago, no, 25 years ago. And the tricks haven't changed, but the market has. Interesting. So, are admin madmen? That's my question. We continue doing the same thing to these people. This is us looking at the screen and go, you know what, damn TV ads. That's where we were in the 70s. We had no choice. We had to watch the ad. And then we went for an ice cream life possible. Agreed? Good. In the meantime, Google and the gang came along and fragmented the whole landscape, Twitter and whatnot. God bless their hearts. Is it good? Is it bad? It is what it is. It's a reality. Is that clear? The greatest delusion is to talk, is it fair, is it not fair? Life is life. Agreed? And as we splintered it up, all of a sudden little digital campfires started burning and people gathered around in different groups and started having different conversations. And then, of course, the question is, are we able to be a part of that tribe, the different tribes? Now, the interesting thing is when big brand company comes and says, hello, it's almost like your daddy crashes your party, right? And he wants to, hey boys, can I have a beer with you? And it's really embarrassing. It's almost like that's what the big brands are doing. They want to sit at the campfire, with the marshmallows and bring the extra big box and let's have fun. And all the kids go like, please la tolong, can you go away? And that's exactly what is happening to us. We desperately want to be at the campfire, but we don't know how to join. Isn't that weird? Good. So let's talk about anti-fragility. Anti-fragility, cats are very anti-fragile. Do you actually know that the higher the distance is you drop the cat, the safer the cat is? It's true. Because, yes, it's true. Do you have a cat at home? You could bring it along today in the evening. We try. The thing is this, when the cat, if you drop it from here, it doesn't have time to flip, it will fall on its back. That's ouch. If you drop it from 10 floors up, it flips around and it reaches terminal velocity, which means it's the same speed anyhow, and then it just goes boop and it walks away. So, this is the face of your competition. Allow me to introduce the two chaps to you, Mr. Adam and Mr. Eric. Two young guys, and do they look like business people? No. These are the new business people. No suit, no tie, and lots of goofing around. But listen carefully. These guys went out and had a dirty apartment. That's not their apartment, it's a dirty apartment. What they did is, once in a blue moon, as sometimes we do, they decided to clean it up. And said, okay, let's clean it up, and took the usual cleaning stuff that you buy off the shelf, and they realized that these products are eye-wateringly good, if you know what I'm saying. Burned skin, watering eyes, all of the above. Horrible results. Here's the difference. Many of us still buy the products and complain and go, such garbage. I wish somebody would do something, right? Well, these are the somebodies who did something, went out and didn't stand for it anymore and started creating a new product while the giants slept And more importantly, while the giants were shackled by old behaviors, I've been in so many meetings in corporations where we all know that we need to change, but then everybody looks at the other one and is like, okay, you talk to the boss, huh? No, you, okay, no, it's not me, lad. So that means that we always talk about the impossibility. It's wishful thinking. We're shackled by that. And so right now, also the younger guys in the audience, that's what you actually get paid for. Get the case studies, make the case. But most of us are like, I'm too young, what to say? I've got bad news. If you're 26 and older and haven't made a mark for yourself, you're old by now. Because the kids are damn young, making a difference. So what these guys did is this. The old guys continue selling more of the same toxic stuff. Well, because it's toxic. It's true. Am I against it? No. Am I for it? No. I'm just stating a fact. It's toxic. And they brought out something new. And they addressed the real pain. The company is called Method. Have you heard about it? Check it out. Beautifully designed. Totally in your face about being clean. But that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Remember we said about Rolex getting knocked off because there's no intrinsic value to the brand, no connectivity? What they did is they said, hey, let's start a movement. There's a big hint, guys. You don't run a company, you run a movement from now on. And the movement that they started was people against dirty. What does that mean? It actually means people against toxic. That means that these guys say, join us, show us a product, and we'll analyze it with you if this is actually healthy or is going to kill you and the kids and the environment. And people started flocking. So that means you don't have a customer anymore, you have a believer. And that's the famous thing we all want, agreed? And so, check this out. This is Mommy Shorts. This is a website from Mommy, from a Mommy. First of all, slickly designed product. So message to all of us, package design does work. And it is a slick product. It's not a greeny product. It's a modern product. And what they said is this. You see, I left San Francisco totally in love with Method, and rather than ask them to marry me, that's a pretty strong statement, isn't it? I thought I'd try to get you and all to fall in love with Method. Then we can all marry them together and become Method sister wives, and it will be really creepy and weird. How many of you have had such an entry around your brands by a person outside who's willing and not paid? Somebody who says she loves you and gets paid for it, works in a specific profession. She doesn't. She didn't get paid for this. Interesting? Why? Because she's a mommy. Because she wants Method, she wants the cleanliness, and she's now a believer. Interesting so far? So if you pay somebody to say, you love me, you know who you're paying, right? Irreverent as heck, and that's it. All marketers are liars. The power of telling authentic stories in a low-trust world. And here's the truth, we live in a low-trust world. How many times have you been promised something by somebody or a brand, and it just wasn't the case? Like the Burger King picture before. Yesterday we had breakfast at McDonald's, my business partner, me, Ganesh. We go in there and Ganesh is like, ooh, I mean the breakfast is already quite negotiable, right? So then he looks at the picture and goes, I want number 5, the full breakfast. And you see like a beautiful picture, you know, it's like almost like the stuff is jumping at you, right? Then you get the cardboard box. You open it up and you go, am I sitting in jail? This is jail food. People are not dumb anymore. It's a low-trust world. Do I trust McDonald's? No, I eat it because I have to, because that's the only thing there right now. We were at the wrong airport, right? So, and then activate the people. Sounds easier than it gets done, right? Let's have a look at toms.com. Toms.com, shoe company. Please study them deeply with love, care, and devotion. Toms does something very interesting. The founder of Tom, Blake Mikowski, the guy you saw first, right, who was talking about changes, he went on a vacation to Argentina and saw kids in Argentina don't have shoes. Okay, not all of them, but I mean the poor. Says, I want to help these guys. This is a real story. It's not a marketing device. He says, okay, why don't we start creating simple shoes that are priced correctly, and if you buy a pair from us, we'll give a pair to the poor. Literally, there's not a joke. So all of a sudden, the story by itself, the company was very, very small. They were literally in a living room, but they started feeding the press. That's an interesting story. And the press started picking them up. Vogue, all the great magazines started picking them up. before they were even big. Paying zero, huh? No PR agency involved. So people started flocking and said, that's interesting. There is something happening. Secondly, they say, you know what? Allow us to make you feel the experience. So you can go with toms.com to the shoe drop experience and really see that these guys are not kidding. Total involvement, total connectivity. People believe it because they're there and they feel the joy of giving. Interesting so far? Not a gimmick. Then, look at that. They create activities and say, you know what, you want to share the story? They activate people. They become activists. So, educating partners, check, and not business partners. You can actually say, hey guys, I want to organize a day without shoes. And Tom says, great, fantastic. People walk around a whole day without shoes. So people have the experience of shoelessness and go, that's not really nice. I want to contribute too. And they've created a new believer. PR agency, not involved. Advertising agency, not involved. Then, get them early, check mark that. This is Teen Vogue. You know, all the chic people read Vogue. Huh? So this is the bling version of Tom's, but it's still Tom's. So you can be bling, but socially conscious. Next, how about this? Let them have a say. They go there, and this was brought to them. This is openness to the market. Teenagers who are graduating from high school came and said to Tom's, do you guys mind if we have a Tom prom? What does that mean? We wear Tom shoes, everybody wears Tom shoes for the prom, and then we know that the prom had a good result for poor people in the world. If you understand that a whole high school can wear Toms for their own graduation, what are the chances that some of them will continue buying Toms for the rest of their lives, high or low? I think it's sky high. Interesting so far? Because they chose. They connected with the real value. And here's the interesting thing. Would you dare to knock Toms off? I can knock Rolex off, and we can go, giggle, giggle. It's fake, la, never mind, right? And we all like guilty pleasures. If you come to somebody and say, I'm wearing fake Toms, people are going to say, you bastard. True or false? Hello? Because you are actually stealing from a poor child. How dare you? You're not sexy, you're disgusting. Interesting so far? And that's the difference, is the intrinsic meaning. Really, it's not a gimmick of giving back, of sharing, of creating something of meaning and value. And then, of course, you can interact with the brand because we all want it tailor-made. So in this case, you can have the paint your own Toms party. And you can do it. You invite people, you get white Toms, you all paint your Toms, you have fun, you share the story, and more believers have been created. Is it a gimmick? No, it's not a gimmick, it's real. And on top of that, this is the thing. Have they created a movement? Check. What started as a company has become a movement. It is interesting. While we were sleeping, this is happening. So many of you have got excellent, interesting products, food products, this product, that product, products that can be connected to literally a meaning with society. If you have a milk product, you know, some of the products, I'm not going to mention a brand, some of the youth milk products that we have in Malaysia, come to the blah blah weekend of product blah blah. Drink as much of the product for free as you can handle. Hello, isn't that a bit old la? You know? That appeals to my greed. How about if we say, I'm in front of the shelf, the products are all fairly similar. It's milk with vitamins. I mean, how can you say my product is lousy by the next one? We all pretend our product is very healthy, right? Then we say, ours is very healthy. That's a bloody fact. But if you buy from us, we're going to send this many kids to school. Every single time you buy, the kids goes to school. Great PR angle. At that point, you're actually choosing, of course, the product which you need anyhow, plus kids are going to school. But show it, improve it, and live it and eat it. You cannot fake it. And this is the next thing, expand the model, check mark that. What did he realize by traveling through poor countries? Eyesight. And right now, if you buy one pair of glasses from him, can be optical, can be shades, they will give either one medical treatment or a prescription pair of glasses, or they will do a sight-saving surgery.